All right, guys, so we're back with it on this Ranger build, and I had asked y'all about some seat covers. Well, I still would like some, guys, but as you can see, they are covered now. They're not, wholly with a bunch of junk in them. So I covered them with just some vinyl that I stapled all the way around, just like you would a seat cover. And then I took my heat gun and I hit this sucker up with the heat gun and melted it in spots and whatnot. And it kind of came out all right. I don't know. I would rather just a seat cover. This one I got a little too close with the heat gun and I melted some stuff over here. So I had to recover it with a whole nother piece. And it kind of shriveled up like this. I mean, it's hard and there's no holes in it. But as you heat up the vinyl, it starts to shrink. And there's like this fine line right before it's like too hot and just hot enough and whatnot. So you got to just be careful with it and keep that thing moving. But I mean, it'll work for the ride. Eventually, like I said, I'm gonna get some covers, and I think I need to replace this seat pan part here. It's got a big crack right through the middle of it from I think my son put his knee through it, and that's where it ripped on the seat cover. And I heard a big pow, so that must have been it. But so those are the seats. As you can see, the roof's gone. That's sitting over here. Like I had mentioned, we had speaker issues. Only one on each side was working, but now they all work. And I changed the LEDs to green. I don't know if the phone sees it very well, but it's like a lime green, but it looks more like a blue in this on the phone. But radio's working, and I did have to undo the two that were working and tie the other two into it. And then for the LED portion, they have like this part underneath this bolt. It's like power negative, and there's like a blue, a red, and a green wire. Anyway, the red LED, it was worn out. That's why it wasn't lighting up on all of them. So I swapped it to green, or I could have chose blue. But so we're gonna stay with green. Anyway, back here and whatnot, they had some holes. So here, they had some issues, or some just stuff was cracked. Back here as well, where it mounts up. So what I did was I took black silicone, filled everything up, smoothed it all out, and it's now drying. It dried overnight. But yeah, I mean, it's got some little pockets of this or that. I could probably bust that and fix it too, but it's not a big deal. This is like fiberglass, I guess. But anyway, so I fixed all the little minor issues with the roof. Once it's dry fully, I'll reinstall it. And eventually I need to go ahead and order these switches. So I'm going to order 4 new switches, and I will redo them with the new switches. And then I'll wire the rear lights and the front lights back up separately. But other than that, guys, once the roof goes back on, she's good. I've sealed up the clutch cover. Like I said before, that is working. It is not giving me any issues when I shift from forward to reverse or anything. So that's all fixed and good to go with the new belt. I did have to fix one of my boots right up in here. This boot here had a little pinhole in it and had some grease coming out of it. So I went around the whole thing with that ultra black I used, silicone. So that got siliconed up. And also I got a little project. I found this helmet laying around my shop, and I need a filming helmet. So I took one of my GoPro mounts and I've siliconed it onto the chin piece here of this helmet where the air would go through. Was able to just set it in there and then silicone it up. So once it's all done drying and it's hard, I will then put a new GoPro on her, boys and girls. So hopefully Well, I'm doing this for this ride coming up, so I'm thinking about getting a GoPro Hero 8 and using that as my action camera, and that way my phone, you know, will stay okay and not get messed up. So, but that's where we're kind of going with it. I'm gonna get the GoPro and the helmet all set up for first person view video of our mud rides. So all right guys, but look, whenever I come back, it should all be back together and we'll test drive her.